Welcome. Oh, there we are. Good morning and welcome to Vision. I'm so glad you're all here with us today. Happy Pride. You notice we're decorated in kind of a fun way today. Let's stand and celebrate being together.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate.
Rooney. Thank you.
This is the day that God has made. I will rejoice. This is the time to celebrate. Lift up every voice. Enter this moment as God's own heart. Standing with joy in the truth of who we are. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life. This is the day that God has made.
Good morning, Vision. How are you? Isn't that a lovely song? Oh my gosh, I think that is so wonderful. Words and music by James Vandenberg. And you know, it was taken from Ernest Holmes' I call it Ernest Holmes' mantra. I don't think he referred to it as that, but you know, the affirmation that he had: there is only one life, it is God's. It's whole, perfect, and complete, and it is our life right here and now. And he used to say that quite often. So I love the fact that you turned it into a song. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh. So how is everybody this morning? We're wonderful. We're great. Yay! It's Pride Month. You noticed? You see all of our flags? Yay! We are recognizing Pride Month, and you know, I know that we have the LGBT flag, the what do they call? Is that the Harvey Milk flag, right? Is the regular one, and now they have other regular one, right? The traditional Pride flag, and then there are other ones. I love it how there have been other groups that have come together to recognize within the LGBT community, and they have their own flags, very much like states have their own flags under the United States of America, right? So wonderful. I love that. I love the decorations. Thank you, who did that. It was great. My honey, of course. Anyway, it is Pride Month. It is a time to celebrate, and I just love that. So we love to celebrate here at Vision, don't we? But before I go further, let's pray in. Thank you. Giving great thanks for this morning, for awakening, for being alive, for being right here in San Diego, for being in the sunshine, for being in Vision community, to know that we are one. We are one, whether we are here online, if we are live streaming and coming to you in your living room or bedroom or den, or whether we are sitting here in the room, we know we are one. We are one community. We are one heart, just many places. So I give thanks for each and every one here. I know that each and every one is that outpicturing of spirit, whole, perfect, complete, just as Ernest Holmes said. And I give thanks for all of the good right here, right now. And so it is. I just love looking at you. You guys are you're just gorgeous. Anyway. Thank you for affirming that for me. I want you to know, and if perhaps you think maybe you're not gorgeous, we have practitioners who will know the truth for you. And they are around the room. I'd love for the practitioners to stand up, and ministers and ministerial students. This is yes, give them acknowledgement. This is the ecclesiastical arm of Vision. These are the people that know the truth for you when and if you maybe sometimes misplace it. You know how sometimes you forget you're gorgeous and talented and wonderful and an outpicturing of God itself. When you forget that, that's when you call a practitioner. So that's what these people do. They pray with us and for us all the time. To that end, we have prayer request forms in your bulletin. Fill it out. Put it in the prayer boxes that the practitioners have. If you put your number on it, we'll call you at home and pray with you over the phone, or we will leave a prayer on your voicemail, and you can listen to it over and over until you memorize it. Then there'll be a quiz on it. No, I'm only kidding. There won't be, promise. But it is a great way to remember the truth of who we are. We are whole, perfect, and complete. We are the outpicturing of the divine life of God in every way. So do that. Do that. Get prayer. And don't leave here today, because we have prayer. We have practitioners in the room, so you can get prayer in one of our prayer rooms. If you are online, our Vision community online, you know we have that meet and greet room where you can get one-on-one prayer online as well. So there is no place on earth that you're out of prayer happening here at Vision. So get that done. Get that done, because we can all benefit by prayer. Say, what else can I tell you? There are guest packets. I know when you walked in the back door, or even when you walked in the front, there is a welcome table everywhere. There's a welcome table at the back door, at the front, and it has guest packets. It tells you who we are as a spiritual community, our affiliation with Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, and we put our own special spin on it with this greeting. So I want to say it together. We say it together to remind ourselves as a community, and for our guests who maybe are online, or our guests in the room, if this is your first time here, this is what we want you to know. You ready? Let's say it together. Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. Just makes you feel good, and it is the truth. We are an open, welcoming, diverse community of love and joy, and we practice the science of mind and spirit. That's what we do. So I'm going to turn it over now to our celebration singers, who are going to sing our centering song and prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Take it away.
God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me. God is my breath with every word that I say. God is my life this day. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am breathing God. I am beating God's heart. I am breathing God. I am God's breath with every word that I say. I am God's life this day. God is breathing me. God is beating my heart. God is breathing me.
Now is our time for meditation, and my name is Cindy May. I'm one of the licensed practitioners here at Vision. So I invite you to be comfortable, to allow yourself to go within for a few minutes and relax, think upon what God, what Spirit is to you. And I have a couple of quotations that I'll read, and then if you just allow the tone of the bowl that chimes to let you know when we move into this 5 minutes of silence, and then it'll ring again. And I'll do a prayer for all of us. First quote's from Elizabeth Gilbert. If we truly knew all the answers in advance as to the meaning of life, and the nature of God, our belief would not be a courageous act of humanity. It would just be a prudent insurance policy. And from Ernest Holmes, our bodies are like a river, forever flowing. The indwelling spirit alone maintains the identity. and maintaining that quiet focus within, I invite you to move even deeper into the awareness that God is truly all there is. This one life, this presence, this power, this wonderful gift of life. There's only one life, the life of God in all its perfection, wholeness. It is the good that we seek, that all things seek. It is that which is held in our heart as joy, as love, as peace, power, perfection, beauty, joy. This one life is manifest right now. This one truth is our truth right now. And there is no thing that we can do that disavows this, that we are totally at choice here in this life. And so we open to have this truth revealed to us and through us in a way that absolutely satisfies our heart's desire. This breath, this life, I speak a word for each of us here, knowing that it is God in truth, that this expression is absolutely nearer than breathing and closer than hands and feet. We carry it with us. We see it in all things around us. We are surrounded and indwell in this perfect spirit. And so today we accept this truth as our own individual lives, that we bring forth a greater expression of this truth, whether it be more love, more light, more creativity, or just an appreciation of all that we already have, that we recognize it, we claim it, we know it. And I speak a word of healing here today for those who might have the idea that this isn't totally true for them. And it is, it's true. God is here now working through us. I call it forth this day that healing is happening, that love is taking place, that success is ours, that all that we desire, our heart's desire, our individual peace of God is coming forth, it is manifested, it is known to us and through us in a wonderful way, a good way, a joyous way. And so for this word today, for this truth, I simply allow this word to be released to that law of mind in action through us. And I know it is done, and so it is. Amen.
Our guest today is one of our favorite singers, songwriters. He's always brings a positive energy. It's T.J. Moss. I don't know why we got to laugh there.
Thank you.
So.
Oh, you flatter me. I love this place. I love the vision. I just wanted to take y'all to church today, if that's okay. I haven't sung this song in a long time. I wrote this song when I was in the Yes Team, and so there's healing there for me to if you weren't here back in those days, then there were three of us, two guys and a girl. I was the short guy, and they're still out there, and so I just wanted to revive this old song. So let's do this, band. Take them to church. Simplicity ain't what it used to be. You're standing right there, but so far away. Electricity is raging inside me. I look in your eyes, I need you to stay. I need you to stay. used to be. The heart needs the time, the head needs the space. Some say reality is just a formality, 'cause it all depends on what's left at stake. And there's a lot here at stake. So is it enough for me? Is it enough for you? Is it enough for us to be true? Love is a long, lonely road. We've got a long way to go. We've got a whole lot of loving to do. It's like figuring out what somebody's about in the nick of time, with the clock winding down. It's like settling in to your older skin, just to turn around and walk right out again. And so is it enough for me? Is it enough for you? Is it enough for us to be true? Love is a long, lonely road. We've got a long way to go. We've got a whole lot of loving to do.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. Did take us to church, and here we are. So last week we started a new month, a new theme, Living Everyday Wonder, the body, the physical body. So that's, that's funny because that's the place, I think, where a lot of people meet up against their resistance to God healing, right, is the physical body. We can, what do they say? We've princes, palaces, and parking places, right? We can manifest all that stuff. But when it comes to like the physical body healing, a lot of people, that's where we run up against our resistance to, does this stuff really work, right? Does this stuff really work? And then where do we draw our own line in our own healing? Where do we say this, but this is enough for me? And last week I know I talked about spirit, soul, body, and I brought up Terry McBride and how he was kind of just, that angry Jacob with the Science of Mind textbook, wrestling the angel all night long through 26 surgeries and 12 years to get his healing. And it's and each one of us has to make our own decision along the way. Where are we comfortable with our own healing? Where are we comfortable? We discussed all that stuff last week. But what we know is that God is all there is. God is all there is. We understand this. Our life, all life, is some aspect of the life of God. That's it. And God cannot be divided up into little pieces and separated up and you know, you've just got a part of God and I've got a little part of God. That's not the way it is. It's all of God shows up everywhere equally, right? It is a holistic unity with aspects of itself. It's temporarily appearing as individual form and then being absorbed back into source, right? Very much like we liken it to the waves in the ocean, right? The wave temporarily comes up and it's gorgeous and it's unique and it's a wave like no other wave, and then it goes back down into the ocean. It goes back into source, and that's really what our bodies are, right? We're these temporary individualizations of God. We're not individuals of God. We are individualizations. We have everything within us that God is, and we have appeared temporarily in form as I think I'm by myself, but I'm really not, because the energy which is God exists everywhere, fully, everywhere fully. But we feel like we're separate and apart, don't we? I feel like my body ends and you're over there, you know, and there's distance between us. But knowing God is all there is, God is the energy of the air in between us. God is the energy that exists in out of form as well as in form. So God is everything, everywhere. So there really is no separation at all. There is only this energy. There's only this universal intelligence. And I point up there like it's really up there, but it's not. It's right here too, right? It's everywhere. It's everywhere around us. We know that we are energy. And then we know that it extends infinitely in all directions. And you know, we know from physics, you can't shake somebody's hand. We don't shake hands anymore, right? We don't do this. But we'll put our hand on a desk or something, and we know that we leave our energy there, right? We exchange molecules everywhere we go. We're leaving molecules in places, and we're taking molecules. You can't sit in a chair without bringing some of the molecules of the chair with you. You know, we are forever exchanging our energy and leaving it and taking others, you know, with us. So we know this oneness. We know this holistic unity is the truth of us, right? So we talk about the body, and that's kind of where this whole philosophy of the science of mind of spirit seems to break down in people, is that it's like, yeah, I can get that, you know, that God is all there is, but this is my body we're talking about. This is mine, you know, as if it were separate and apart from the truth of God. And it's not. It is part of the truth of God. So let's talk about the body, because that's where people kind of have a challenge, I think, you know, with healing. So what is the true story of your body? What is the true story of your body? And I found this definition online, and it says anonymous, but if you can cite the source, I'd love to hear it. Anyway, it says, you are a ghost driving a meat-coated skeleton made from stardust, riding a rock, hurtling through space. Fear nothing. I think that's a wonderful definition of what our bodies are, right? I mean, think about it. And take that down to an elemental level. Take it down to an elemental level for a second. The crucial elements on Earth, right, often called the building blocks of life itself, can be abbreviated. CHNOPS, I don't know if you know that. It's a little, okay, CHNOPS, right? That's really all that there is to life. Carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur. That's all you need to make life. Boom, that's it. The truth is, every atom in our lungs, every atom of oxygen in our lungs, every bit of carbon in our muscles, every bit of calcium in our bones, and every trace of iron in our blood was created inside of a star before the earth was even born. You know that song, We Are Stardust? We didn't know how right we were. Right? Hydrogen and helium, the lightest of the elements, were produced. All of it was produced in the Big Bang. It's been around forever. We are one. We are one. All of the elements of our body, we are from the beginning. Right? We are one with each other. We are one within ourselves. We are one with spirit. We are one with everything that exists in the universe. So when you stand out under the stars in the middle of the night, you know how you do that? Maybe sometimes you go out into the East County where there's very little ambient lighting around, and you look up at the stars in the sky, and some people say, oh, it makes me feel very small and insignificant. No, doesn't it make you feel grand and glorious and tremendous because you're part of all of that? Right? You are part of all of that that's going on in the universe. Oh my God, that makes you feel bigger and more expansive. Our carbon atoms are exactly the same carbon atoms that you'll find on Pluto, or you'll find in the Andromeda Galaxy, or anywhere in the universe for that matter. A carbon atom is a carbon atom is a carbon atom, and the ones in your body came from the universe. They came from someplace else. It is all the same stuff. We happen to call that stuff God, right? That energy, we just call it God. And Dan Millman said this, he said, everything you will ever know is within you. The secrets of the universe are imprinted on the cells of your body. That's powerful, powerful stuff. Think about God loved the universe into form. That's it. God is love, nothing else. God loved the universe into being, made everything out of itself, never being absorbed by its creations. He didn't send off a little part of it to do this and a little part of it to be that. Everything that spirit is went into its creations, and it's never been absorbed by its creations. There is only one thing happening here, and it's the body of God. It is the body of God. And what we do with our particular share of it is our business. It's also our responsibility, right? You know that body of yours, right, is the body of God. Is the body of God. You know that old saying, some people treat their bodies like a temple. Some people treat their bodies like an amusement park. Well, oopsie, This body temple is the house of the divine spirit. That's what you are housing. You are hosting the divine spirit. Like I said, some people treat their bodies just like that. Some people treat their bodies like an amusement park. I wanna rock and roll all night. Party every day. Yeah. And then we got older, then it was party every other day, and then it was only party on the weekends, Now I'm lucky if I party once a month, It's just, anyway. Our body temple will reflect that, will reflect how we treat it, right? It will reflect it. Spirit is the truth of your physical being, just like it's the truth of your thoughts, just like it's the truth of your emotions, just like it's the truth of your soul. Spirit is the truth of your physical body as well. It saw fit to incarnate as you. Aren't you the lucky winner, right? Spirit decided to show up as a you. I think that's awesome. And Debbie Ford said this, she said, when you know in your bones that your body is a sacred gift, you move in the world with an effortless grace. Gratitude and humility rise up spontaneously. Treat it with the respect you would treat meeting God face to face. If God showed up as another entity, how would you treat it? How would you host it? You would, I'm sure, lay out your finest dishes. You'd put out your finest wine, or grape juice if you're not into alcohol, right? Or you would prepare your finest meal for God. You would offer your best sleeping accommodations, the best bed in the house. You'd give over to God. That's how you treat your body. That's how you should treat your body. With awe, with reverence. It's housing the beloved. Most of us don't really think about that, do we? Between the aches and the pains and the headache and the growing old and the foot thing, it's like everybody's got something. We don't really think about, oh my God, this body is housing the divine. Most of us don't pay attention to the body at all until something goes wrong. And then what? And then we're all about the fix. We're all about what's wrong. Fix what's broken, treat the illness, treat the injury, focus on what's wrong instead of praising what's right. And I think if we dwell in what's right, we can avoid a lot of these pitfalls, a lot of these breakdowns, a lot of these illnesses and injuries, these ideas that stuff floats through human race consciousness and we catch it. Oh, please, right? The fact that there is hereditary disease, right? Oh, it runs in my family. Well, this is where it runs out, okay? I can be the exception to that rule. Things that befall us when we're not paying attention to the idea, to the truth that we are housing the divine. And Ernest Holmes said, I love this, he said, we don't want to spend hours every day thinking about our digestion or our hearts or our lungs. So we have to find simple affirmations, that blanket coverage. I love it. Like blanket coverage, sort of a general insurance policy that meet every need. This simple coverage would be something like this. There is a divine life in every atom of my being. It's a great affirmation. Every cell is alive with life. This life is one life. And therefore, every atom of my being, every cell of my body is in harmonious unity with it. There is one life. This life is God. This life is my life now. And this life is perfect, harmonious, happy, and whole. Those are great and powerful affirmations. Remember them, write them down, put them on your mirror. We must be conscious of what's going on in here, right? We must be conscious of what's going on in here to know it. Are we filled with light? Is my body filled with light? Am I filled with the light of spirit, or am I hiding it under a bushel, or disguising it with all of the dis-ease or discomfort, right? We don't want, and we don't want to take on stuff from the outer world either. Oh, it's coming into, well, we did that for the last 2 years, haven't we? Right? Oh, don't talk to me. We did, but it was for our own good. We did that like purposefully, right? But you have to know your wholeness in addition to all the prudent steps you take to provide a safe haven for spirit. Right? We do the prudent steps too, and we can still know our wholeness. We can still be filled with light regardless of what's going on in the outer world. We know that, right, when the fall comes and everybody says, it's cold and flu season, remember to get your shot. Remember to fill up your medicine cabinet with Advil and NyQuil and some kind of wills, all over the place. But we also know we can be the exception to the rule, can't we? We can go through the entire winter and never come down with anything. We should put S's on our chest. Ta-da! Spirit. It stands for spirit, right? Because that's what we are. That is the truth of us. When we are filled with light, what can go wrong? When we are filled with light, what can go wrong? Then we're not subject to anything. We're not even subject to the garbage truck people. You know the garbage truck people? I'm not talking about the sanitation guys now. They're great. Sanitation folks, we need them every day, every week, all over the neighborhoods. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about garbage truck people. You know them. You've met them. You probably have one of them in your family. Everybody does. Some people are just garbage trucks. They just are. They run around full of garbage. The garbage of disappointment, the garbage of anger, the garbage, the frustration, the garbage of ain't it awful. And it piles up high enough in a person, and then what happens? They have to dump it somewhere. And most likely they dump it on you, right? They dump it on you. You're a convenient target. Boom, blah. You just get into their atmosphere, and there they go. Don't take it personally. It's their garbage. Don't take it personally. They have to dump it somewhere. Sometimes they dump it on you, but it has nothing to do with you. You know what you do? You smile, you wave, give them the peace sign, both fingers. Give them the peace sign, wish them well, but don't take on their garbage, and don't you go spreading it around either for them. Just leave it right where they dumped it, right? You don't ever take anybody else's garbage on as your own. Your body is your temple. You want to keep it filled with light. Keep it filled with love. Keep it filled with joy. Keep it filled with wholeness. The other people's stuff, it's their stuff. Your body is holy. Your body is your temple. Would you let anybody throw trash around your temple? Of course not. Of course not. So don't take on anybody else's. Your body is holy. We have to really get this at a deep, deep level. Your body is holy. It houses the divine. It is the holy temple of the Most High. We have to get this. Tara Brumfitt. In fact, she was the one who created the movie Embrace. Has anybody seen the movie Embrace? Well, you're gonna, because we're gonna show it at the end of the month, and you have to be here. It's an amazing movie about your body. When is it? Last Wednesday of the month, is it? Last Wednesday of the month, 29th, be here. We're showing the movie Embrace. Anyway, she said this. She said, "This body is mine. It is not an ornament. It is a vehicle." It's not an ornament. It is a vehicle. It is the way we take the divine around. It is the way we personalize the life of the divine. That vehicle is yours. Honor it, respect it. It deserves your reverence. It is your house for the holy. It is on loan, isn't it? Temporarily, until the time you unzip it and step out of it and give it back, right? So actually, really, it's not a purchase, it's a lease. It's kind of a lease. Okay, so you ever have a lease? Right? You get deducts for mileage, or you get dinged for like dents or damage done or bald tires, broken gauges, whatever. So it is in our best interest to keep the vehicle in tip-top condition, isn't it? And to keep it insured. Keep it insured. We all need vehicle insurance. Yeah. You didn't think I was going to get there, did you? It took a long time. But anyway, as heard on this thing called life, Ernest Holmes said this. This is back in 1950. I love it. "Now it doesn't matter how many emotional and mental attitudes you follow. You will find out that they all work the same way. A negative destroys and a positive builds up." That's it. No matter what thought you follow, these are only two things can happen. A negative destroys, a positive builds up. What we need to find then are a few positive mental and emotional attitudes which become sort of blanket insurance against all negative things in our life. A sort of guarantee that we shall live happily, that we shall be successful enough and to get along well, and above everything else, that we shall have the confidence that will give us a sense of security, a calm that will create peace and poise and balance in our living. And isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want? I want to live a happy life. I want to live a fulfilled life. I want to live a healthy life. Right? What does Jacob Glass says? Happy, healthy, happy, healthy, happy, healthy, dead. That's for me, right? That's for me. I think that's great. And so what is the vehicle insurance? What insurance do you carry on your vehicle, on this body that you're carrying around? Well, I will offer them to you. Affirmations, just like the ones Ernest Holmes said before, right? Every cell is alive with life, all of those. Affirmations, that's vehicle insurance, right? Prayer, meditation, your practitioner sessions. By the way, who has had a practitioner session in the last month? Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Good. Last 6 months? Yeah, come on, a little more, a little more. Last year? Okay, here's the deal. Get a practitioner on speed dial. Honest to God, I know that's an old saying. But in your phone, get one in your phone, right? Practitioner sessions. Great vehicle insurance. Spiritual community, you're here. You are here, and you are here. I know you're here even though you're online. I know you're here. This is also vehicle insurance, spiritual community, being connected with like-minded folks that lift you up when you're feeling low, that you can lift up when they're feeling low. Spiritual community. Reading. What books are you reading? What movies are you going to? I hope they're not those slash and burning, killing, shooting things, but, right? You want uplifting movies. You want movies that are going to, and reading, books that are going to uplift you. Classes. Spiritual classes. I can't say enough about spiritual classes, right? I know one of our practitioners, Paul Hemmerling, had said years ago, he said, a good Sunday talk will change your day. A good class will change your life. It's true. So classes. These are all the things, well, not all of them. These are most of the things. There are probably others, like good food, good rest, good whatever. But these are some of the things that'll keep your vehicle in tip-top condition. Keep it running well, efficiently, right? Our insurance also keeps us centered when stuff happens. And stuff happens, doesn't it? In the physical world, stuff happens. Unexpected stuff, awful stuff, physical stuff. Stuff happens. Our philosophy, how do I want to say this? Our philosophy is not a guarantee. Nothing is ever going to happen to you in your life. Nothing negative, right? This is not a philosophy that says, oh, all you have to do is say these words or think these thoughts and nothing will ever happen to you. No, it's about what to do when stuff happens in your life. And when you have a philosophy like ours, when you have these affirmations, when you have this vehicle insurance, when something does happen in your life that's unexpected, an unexpected bill pops up, an unexpected illness, an unexpected break, whatever, our insurance keeps us centered, right? So then it's like, so how do I go through this? Okay, God, how do we go through this? And we go through it a little easier, a little less effort, and we go through it. It's like having money in the bank when an unexpected bill pops up, right? When we have money in the bank, when an unexpected bill pops up, it's not a big deal, is it? No, I just write a check and I just get it done. Same thing with our energy. Same thing with our spiritual practice. When I'm prayed up, when I am all in my practice, even when something unexpected does befall, oh, okay, I can handle it. I can handle it because I'm not handling it, God is. God's the truth of me. Like an anchor that keeps the boat steady when at the surface it's like wind and rocking and waves and stuff, and the boat's perfectly safe because it is anchored below. It is anchored in the earth. It's anchored where it's still and calm and quiet. And that's our spiritual practice. Our spiritual practice keeps us anchored. That's being prayed up. Do you ever hear that term, right? We talk about being prayed up. Praising the body's health. Gratitude grows what we are focused on. Gratitude grows what we are focused on. And when we're focused on the perfection, when we're focused on whole, perfect, and complete, when we're focused on our affirmations, if we make those our go-to thoughts, right? Those affirmations change our life. Ernest Holmes said, drip by drip by drip, right? The beaker of water goes from muddy to clear. Affirmation by affirmation, drop by drop. Meditation, listening for that still small voice, allows us to hear the word of God. It allows us to hear the word of God and then take direction. Affirmative prayer, speaking our word, speaking our intentions into the law. The I am that I am moves mountains, right? We need to know that with confidence. We need to know that with confidence. Emma Curtis Hopkins said, in times of doubt, she said, forgive my lack of confidence to command the law. Forgive my lack of confidence to command the law. So we have to take that back. We have to know that we are the I am speaking our word into the law. And then there are practitioner sessions when you feel stuck or you feel a lack of clarity or you just want a boost of goodness. Everything's going great. I just need to reconnect with my goodness. It's a more please moment. Make practitioner sessions a regular part of your day or your life or your week or your month or whatever. Put them in there wherever. And spiritual community. Why do you come here? Why do you come here and listen to me? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. To feel the healing energy of this group. This group heals. We heal each other. The energy goes back and forth. You give it, you take it. You give it, you take it. We are here together in spiritual community, and we lift each other up. That's what we do. That's why we long to be in spiritual community. And you guys at home, we're waiting for you. We made the place nice. The air conditioning's on. It's great. You need to be here too, right? To feel this energy. I mean, you can listen to me all day long from home, but being in this group, being with each other, we lift each other up. We lift each other. You leave feeling better than when you came, right? Always. Always. That's because I'm not telling you you're a sinner and you're going to hell. Not our place, right? That's another community. Anyway, we read spiritual books. We read stuff that lifts us. We show movies that lift us. We speak truth. All of these things are insurance. All of this stuff is vehicle insurance for us, for our bodies, to keep our bodies running and thriving and growing and evolving. And Ernest Holmes said this. I think this is the lessons, his home study course. He said, when our insurance agent calls upon us to discuss our insurance policy, we do not confuse the agent with the insurance. He is simply a representative of an idea. In exactly the same light, we have to realize the medical doctor, the psychologist, the dentist, and others engaged in therapy are agents, just like our insurance agent. They are not the healing agency itself. They are the representative of that which heals, but they do not do the healing. There is but one universal healing agency, and all who practice the healing arts work for it and work with it. Never confuse the agent with the healing agency. Our healing may come through God. Ernest Holmes said that. Always our healing comes through God. It may come by way of a doctor, a surgeon, a technician, a therapy, anything. It can come through anything. Our healing can come through anything. But always, always remember that God heals. And it's the presence of God that heals. It is the presence of God that heals always. That's going back to the truth. That's the best insurance there is. Thank you so much.
You know, one of the first songs I ever learned was Row, Row, Row Your Boat Gently Down the Stream. And the older I get, the more brilliant that song is. And that's right. The part that we often forget is merrily, merrily, merrily. It's like, this is, rowing is just getting old. But, you know, if we remember to do it merrily, then we remember to do it merrily, which is a good thing, I think. All right, band, let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You make the love, the shapes, a circle, pick it up, take it in, let it go again. There's a path and a stream. Life is flowing ever constantly away. So we roll along, we sing our song merrily, merrily. It's a song, it's a face, it's a world way back when time stood still in place, when the fall was the teacher. There's a dance in the air. Do you feel it? Do you care at all? merrily. Yeah, we roll along, we sing our song merrily, merrily. Come on. La 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 la, life is but a dream. La 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 la, light can find its way through anything. La 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 la, life is but a dream. La 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 la, light can find its way through anything. La 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 la, life is but a dream. La 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 la, light can't find its way through anything. We roll along, we roll along. Yeah, we roll. Life is but a dream. La 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 la, light can't find its way through anything. La 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 la, life is but a dream. La 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 la, life is but a dream. How about that band, y'all? They're magic. And James, too. Come on, James.
I just love that. I love our music. Don't you love our music? It is like the best. Thank you so much, TJ. And so now it is time for our conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to practice circulating, right? Circulating our good, that's what we do. It's so interesting to see, we receive money, we pass it on, we receive more, we pass it on, we stay in the flow, right? We stay in the flow. So yay us, we're doing well. I mean, it's been 2 years of COVID, like you see, that we've had a reduced, well, we've had nobody in the room for a long time, and now there are some of us in the room, and I love it. I'd love for everybody to come back at some point when you feel safe and comfortable and secure. I know that we'll all be back in this room too soon. I'm holding that affirmation and intention for all of us. Yay. In the meantime, I love the fact that we're still contributing and we're still, you guys are your stakeholders, right? You're stakeholders in this undertaking called Vision. You're a part of this community, and so thank you for all of the support you've given. We're getting through it, right? We're getting through it. So if you are choosing to give today, thank you so much. It's so appreciated. It helps us do what we do here in this room, outside in the community, all of the good works that we do. And so I want you to appreciate that and bring that into your consciousness as we go to prayer, knowing that each and every dollar, each and every donation, each and every time we accept gratefully and we give graciously, we keep ourselves in the flow of God's good. We know that we can move into that river of abundance with a thimble or a 55-gallon drum or a tanker, right? We know and accept that we get to say yes to Spirit. We get to choose. We get to be in that river of God's abundance and say yes, and Spirit forever says yes, reflecting back to us what our most predominant thought is. And if it is being in circulation, flowing through good, letting good flow through us, and knowing and accepting that God is good all the time, I give great thanks for the abundance that flows through Vision. I know that it passes through this organization and it goes on to pay our bills, just like at home. And I know that as we continue to say yes to the good of God, it continues to show up, to flow through us, and to be passed on to the good of the community. So giving great thanks for this, I simply let it be, and so it is. So now is our time for the Miracle Minute, and I do have a Miracle Minute I want to share with you. This is from Anne. Anne? You here? Not here today. Anyway, she said, after the celebration last week, she fell backwards, hitting her head on the concrete outside. Ooh. Anyway, she said, lots of blood. I know, poor thing. Anyway, she said, dear friends helped in so many ways. She had no pain. Practitioners started praying right away because that's what we do. And she said she's been fine. She's been fine and ever so grateful, and she's just in perfect form. She said, thank you, friends and practitioners and spirit and all. My mother always said I was hard-headed. Love you, Anne. Thank you for that Miracle Minute. And now it is time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
Thank you. You know, first of all, the band has rocked today. Holy Toledo. And the celebration band, you guys, maybe our new sound guy's making it sound good. I don't know, but it rocked today. And TJ Moss, man, was TJ Moss amazing. You know, I just want to say, so he mentioned the Yes Team. So we started with TJ with the Yes Team, they're the three of them. Then there was Mojo Jackson, and we had iterations where Mo, no Joe Jackson, and Mo, you know, no Jackson, Mojo, no Jackson. But the consistent was always TJ Moss. That man is amazing. He's a great singer, songwriter, good stuff. Love you, TJ. So if you're in the room, we are going to be having our Congregational Sunday, which there's food available. So stick afterwards and have some meal with us. Love to break bread and say hello to you. I want to thank anybody who brought food. Janet and Rich are always doing that, and there's all kinds of things, and Larry and Monica and stuff. So thank you for that. Stick around and have some food with us. We used to do that every week. We will be doing that again sometime soon. Visual meet and greet right after our celebration. We've got a practitioner available to get together in one-on-one prayer, say hello to our group there, and get together with our organization online. This Wednesday, Andy and Nathan will be with us. We are having a concert right in this space. Andy and Nathan, right here. What we're doing is we're having tables set up like we did the last time, and you can bring your own stuff, your own eats, your drinks, all kinds of stuff. So you can bring any of that you want right here in the room. If you want to buy tickets for that, you buy them online. You can buy for online, which means you can watch this online as well, and that's just a donation, or you can buy tickets to come right into the room. So we'll be doing both of those. Purchase those tickets for that. On Saturday night, Mr. Mark Danishofsky's got a concert. Mark, what do we got going on?
It's Saturday at 3 o'clock. This group is called Rio Nova. These are musicians we've actually played together for like 35 years. And for 2 years during the COVID and lockdown, the core 3 people have been rehearsing these cool Brazilian songs. So if you're an older young hippie, you might want to come to this. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a love offering, and so it's great music. I mean, if you know Sergio Mendes and Jobim, the bossa nova, so that's what we're doing. And boy, we've been working every week, once or twice for 2 years, because it's complicated, interesting music. So that's what we're doing. We're coming out next Saturday.
So this Saturday coming up, and what does it cost? Is it a love offering?
It's a love offering, but you know, as much as you can stand.
So bring hundreds and hundreds of dollars to give to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is too, you know, you can bring food. We're gonna, you know, we have our built-in group of people that are coming. But if you want to come and meet some new friends, cool people from North County and all that, they'll be here.
We're streaming that too, right?
Yes.
We're streaming it as well, so you'll be able to watch that online on Vision's website and also on Facebook. So join us for that. And then the next Tuesday, we're having our Labyrinth right in here for the summer solstice. Thank TK and the team of our group over here, wonderful group who does that. So we'll set up the chairs all to the side and put a nice labyrinth in the middle room and come and walk with that. That's Tuesday. And then Wednesday night, we're doing movie night, which is where we're showing the movie Soul. We were going to show another movie, but I couldn't get it in time, so we're going to watch the movie Soul, which is a cool little cartoon from Pixar, so good stuff. Next week, Reverend Patty's off, so we have Reverend Sam Flynn, who's going to be doing Father's Day with us. His talk title is Walk, Look, and Listen, yes. And Mr. Joe Rathburn will be with us, who does all the dad songs, so we always are very important there. So thank you, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
We have affirmations to say, don't we? Don't we? Don't we? Yes, and there they are. Oh, good, I'm glad. Let's stand up and we'll say these in truth. We'll just ground in the truth of them, allowing that energy just to flow through us, and let's say them together. My spirit is grounded deep in the earth. I trust I am eternally safe. I am calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. Oh, let's say number 3. I don't know. I didn't hear commitment there to that one. Let's say it and know the truth for us. I am calm, strong, centered, and peaceful. I love it. Yes, I do love it. And speaking of peace, I just wanted to let you know, we're going to be singing our song, again, our closing song, and it is still going to be the same song we've been singing, knowing that there is peace on earth, and we kind of made a commitment. You know, we usually change our music once a month. We made our commitment to that song just because of what's going on in Ukraine, and I think we're just going to sing it until we demonstrate, like Ernest Holmes said. When do you stop praying for something? When you get a demonstration. So we're going to sing that peace song until we get that demonstration of peace on earth. So that's why we're continuing to do that same song. Okay, let's pray out. I give great thanks for this group, for the consciousness of this group, knowing it is high consciousness. It is the Spirit of God walking as us in the world so that we become that place of peace on earth. We become that place of love and harmony that Spirit is. We become the place of joy that abounds, that just thrives through us and as us in the world. We become the change that the world is calling for. And as we know the truth for ourselves, we share it, we transform others just by being in their presence. I give great thanks for all of this good that we are, all of this good that we share, and all of the change that we facilitate by knowing the truth for ourselves and for others. It is all God, it is all good, and so it is.